Good afternoon and welcome to the 2021 graduation ceremony for Palm Beach Gardens Community High School. It's my honor and privilege to be standing here today as we celebrate this grand occasion. As principal, this is one of the greatest annual events of each school year. It's a moment in time that has been lost to the pandemic until today. As a reminder, please make sure you silence your electronics, follow CDC guidelines, and show honor and respect for the dignity of this ceremony. So without further ado, live and in person, it's my honor to present to you the 2021 graduating class of Palm Beach Gardens High School. Please rise and welcome our graduates.
Good afternoon, students, those of you who raise students, and all of you who've helped them to be where they are today. My name is Rylan Francisco Gonzalez, and during my time as a Palm Beach Garden skater, I've taken on a few roles. To name a few, I have been the Future Business Leaders of America Florida State President, starting varsity lacrosse goalie, Global Business and Entrepreneurship Student Ambassador, Junior Achievement High School Hero, National Honor Society Vice President, Class Council Second Vice President, raised $124,000 for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, been a U.S. Presidential Scholars semifinalist, Pathfinder, and logged over 1,000 hours of community service. Today, it is my honor to fulfill one last role as Master of Ceremonies for the Palm Beach Gardens Community High School Class of 2021 graduation ceremony. It is now my privilege to introduce, standing in for Seaman Noah Staley, First Class Petty Officer Shadea Clark and Lushama Lubin to lead us in the Pledge and National Anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand. Let us have a moment of silence for our brave first responders who put their lives on the line every day for our safety. Thank you. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the National Anthem. Parade the colors. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The brave.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, First Class Petty Officer Sade Clark, for leading our ROTC, and Lushama Lubin for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Before we begin today's ceremony, I'd like to take a moment and introduce our honored guests in attendance today. On the main stage, please join me in welcome Dr. Joe Lee, North Area Instructional Superintendent, and Ms. Barbara McQuinn, District 1 School Board Member. And last, but certainly not least, joining me on this stage is our final honorary guest, our fearless leader and our superintendent, and our first speaker. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Donald E Fenoy. Dr. Donald E Fenoy is the 26th superintendent of the A-rated school district of Palm Beach County. The district is the 10th largest in the country and has an enrollment of over 190,000 students. Dr. Fenoy is very proud of his 94.4% graduation rate at district-operated schools. The district is the largest employer in Palm Beach County with nearly 23,000 employees and an annual budget of $3.8 billion. Prior to his appointment as superintendent of schools in March 2018, Dr. Fenoy serves as the district's chief operating officer for 2 years. Before coming to Palm Beach County, Dr. Fenoy served as a senior area superintendent of the South Learning Community for Fulton County School District, where he was responsible for the guidance and improvement and efforts of 28 schools. In a prior position as principal in Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools, his high school received the National School Change Award. This honor is presented annually to 6 schools in the United States that have demonstrated greatest academic turnaround in a 2-year period. He is a member of the 2015-2016 class of the Broad Academy, Leadership Florida Class Executive Class 10, and he is a future chief with the Chiefs for Change program. Dr. Fenoy graduated from Florida A&M University with a degree in elementary education. He went on to earn a master's degree in educational leadership, as well as a doctorate in educational leadership and administration from the University of Central Florida. Dr. Fenoy and his wife, Kendra, are the proud parents of 2 beautiful children. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Donald E Fenoy.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. Let's try that again. Today is a great day to be alive, and you're graduating. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Class of 2021, what a ride it has been. There are many variations of the phrase, history repeats itself, such as, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. I am fairly certain none of us would like to repeat the last 15 months, but I can guarantee you that none of us will ever forget them. Remember what it took for you to arrive here today. That word is perseverance. The past 15 months serves as a testament to the human spirit, to your grit, your resolve, your resilience to succeed despite pandemic-born challenges. Through absolutely no fault of your own, your senior year was not what you expected. While many seniors returned to campus for in-person instruction, others chose social distancing and decided to work from home. Daily social interactions were limited by traditional rites of passage, such as grad bash and prom. Those things were canceled. Your home life may have also been upended by family tragedy, loss of employment, or even isolation. Thankfully, the dark grip of the pandemic is loosening, and I am very optimistic about the future, about your future, and the future of our great country as you enter college, the workforce, or as my father did back in 1974, the United States military. Having experienced all of this, you are emerging stronger and more prepared to succeed in life and career. I encourage you to fully embrace everything that life has ahead of you, and you need to help us make our world better. When times are tough, I want you to draw on that inner strength that brought you here right now, that strength that brought you here today to this commencement exercise. Persevere, maintain your positive attitude, but keep moving forward. Graduates, the whole world has been reset, and your generation has an opportunity to set the next course. Lean into your life. Be mindful and present when it is all too easy and all too convenient to retreat back into your very own isolation. Make the choice, make the decision to do the work. Choose a path that challenges you, that interests you, and makes you happier, but more importantly, healthier. I promise you, exceptional possibilities await you. Empathize with your neighbors. Use your voice to engage in courageous conversations. Have an awareness of what you take in, but more importantly, what you put out. Take leaps of courage towards goals and back away from stagnant conditions that prevent you from the full expression and realization of what you have envisioned for yourself. The balance in life is knowing when to lean, but ultimately when to leap. Be proud of who you are and where you come from. We have 140 different countries represented in our district. Every culture, every varied viewpoint, every unique experience enriches us. You are the sum of all of the great things that you have done, that you are doing, and that you will do. Walk with your head held high and your shoulders back. To your principal, to your teachers, to the entire faculty and every person at your school, I say thank you, thank you, thank you for your role in engaging students and empowering them to be here today to graduate. Parents and guardians, you were and will always be your child's first and most influential teacher and greatest advocate. I'm sure you still all remember that first day when you sent these beautiful graduates off to kindergarten. People told you not to blink. Inevitably, we all blink. And then our children are beautiful and grown. Try as I might, I am really concentrating on not blinking. My youngest child, my daughter, will start kindergarten in August. She is already arguing with me about what the dress code will be. She has all kind of varied dresses and Converse that she wants to wear. She's arguing with me, telling me she knows more about what a dress code should be than any principal. I'm assuming lots of detentions are coming to the Fenoy home in the future. But despite all the fussing, laughing, and loving that goes into parenting, there is no greater honor than being a parent. While my daughter's graduation date isn't until 2034, I know that, like you, I will blink and feel many of the same emotions that the parents and guardians and family and friends and teachers and everyone else is feeling today. Parents, this year has also been an emotional roller coaster for you. Still, you put the needs of your child first. You encourage them to stay on course, promising them that their investment would pay off with great dividends. And it has paid off because the graduates are here. Parents, faculty, and most importantly, our esteemed graduates, give yourselves a well-deserved pat on the back because this milestone was a group effort. Graduates, there are some things you may lose as you get older, like your beautiful hair, your awesome youthful physique. But one thing that you will never lose, one thing that can never be taken away from you, is your high school diploma. Treasure it. We did not give it to you. You earned it. Today, you are graduating, but you will always be a student of life. Seize every life lesson. Your generation holds the future, and I am certain that we are in capable hands. I need you to continue to question, continue to explore, continue to innovate. Whether your next path is college, career, the honor of serving in our United States military, traveling, or whatever inspires you. Class of 2021, on behalf of the school board and the entire school district of Palm Beach County, I offer my heartfelt congratulations, and I say thank you for the honor of allowing us to educate you and to grow with you. So now, take your rightful place in society, help us pay some taxes, and continue to persevere and lead us all into the future. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Fenoy. Alligators are amongst the most attentive and caring of the reptile parents. They stay with and care for their young for up to 2 years. We got 4, and in that time, we have received a quality education, sometimes by force, one that will function as a foundation upon which to build the rest of our lives. For that, we owe a debt of gratitude to all that have been involved, especially the person who has been leading that team and the swamp as a whole throughout this unique year. A man who I personally think exemplifies all the qualities of a good leader, someone beloved by colleagues and students alike. It is my honor to introduce someone who has spent the last 20+ years working as a humble servant to ensure students receive their quality education and its inherent opportunities, our principal, Dr. Don Hoffman.
Thank you, Rylan, for that introduction. Good afternoon, parents, friends, relatives, faculty, staff, our online guests, and most importantly, the class of 2021. The moment you thought would never come has arrived. And yes, you had good reason to believe that this day would never come. After an unimaginable 2020, we had come to find out that nothing in life is guaranteed. We had every right to think this event would not occur also, but I'm glad you and I were both wrong. So here we are today, getting ready to make it official on this beautiful afternoon. But before I shift all the attention to the resilient class of 2021, let me address a few important people with us today. First, the parents. As a parent myself who missed out on the 2020 graduation, I hope you are filled with joy today that we are having this event, even if it's just the two of you. I can say it sure feels good to be in this atmosphere again, even if you're in a different room. It just feels good to be at the same place, at the same time, for the same reason. However, graduation is just a pit stop on a journey through life, and I know that today's milestone is just as important to you as it is your graduate. We learned some hard lessons over the last year, mostly that you don't take anything for granted, and this is definitely one of them. So on behalf of your graduates and the educators in this room, thank you for teaming up with us to get them to this day. Trust me when I say graduation usually doesn't happen without you. Next, my faculty and staff. You've been through more than I can mention this year. I know there are a few dates that we are looking forward to, and at the top is a day when we don't have to look at an alphabet on a screen and simultaneously teach. We always knew that being a teacher required multitasking, but no one envisioned this. I want to thank you for doing the best you could in a brand new space. Please rise and be recognized for your hard work and dedication. Additionally, although we got better because of this experience, we definitely didn't get any younger. In fact, several Gators have said or are saying, "See you later, Gator," at the end of the year. Chief Cox, Cheryl Green, Brian Hicks, Jenny Ellis, Lee Oken, and Patricia Murphy are all hanging up their smartboards at the end of the year. Thank you for your decades of service to our students, school, and community. Please join me in congratulating and celebrating their retirements. And lastly, I want to thank my feeder school principals and teachers for making this dream a reality. I know the last 4 years were my responsibility, but the first 9 years of success were built under your guidance and supervision. I would like all my feeder school principals who are in attendance today to please stand and be recognized. And in addition, it's the support from the top that really makes this all work. Thank you, Dr. Lee, for more than you know this year. When I say I don't know if I could have made it without you, that is more truthful than you really know. I appreciate your support and guidance. I also want to thank my North Area administration and district leadership, from Dr. Fenoy on down and everyone in between, for the support you gave me, which is for all the graduates sitting in this room today. Thank you. Okay, class of 2021, the rest is for you. So when I was planning what to say today, our MC Ryland told me early on that he had me down for a really motivating and inspirational speech. Talk about pressure. That sounds tough. But then I thought, if this year hasn't made us all tougher, stronger, and resilient, I really don't know what will. So Ryland, I will do my best to give you and your classmates an inspirational speech that is reflective on the journey we have all been through. Let's begin with the motivational part. What motivated us this year? I believe it was the hope of a better tomorrow. In fact, hope is simply defined by Webster's Dictionary as to cherish a desire with anticipation, to want something to happen or be true. Well, that hope became a reality for our sports, band, HOSA, FBLA, and clubs when they took their dreams and made them into victories and championships. It may have been a pandemic year, but tell that to our boys golf team that won a district title, our very first state female weightlifting champion, the girls volleyball team that won a gold medal, or our varsity football team that won a silver medal. It may have been a pandemic year, but tell that to our wrestling state qualifiers and medal winners, softball and baseball teams who won district championships, our regional girls diving champion, and our girls track state qualifiers. Who said a pandemic year would slow down sports and success in the swamp? Fellow Gators, we fought right through it, and we had a great year, a record-breaking year. Moving on, it may have been a pandemic year, but tell that to our Mighty Fightin' Gator band who placed first or second repeatedly in national competitions, our very own MC who has been recognized for far too many awards to mention, our academic clubs that placed first in the state with robotics and coding. And last but not least, it may have been a pandemic year, but tell that to this room full of Gators who said, I know there's a pandemic, but I'm walking out of here with a diploma. You see, it's all about taking what the world throws at you and making the best of it. Fellow graduates, we had a heck of a year, and it was definitely memorable, and we truly made the best of it. So as I look out over this group of graduates today, I see excellence, I see wisdom, I see growth, maturity, and drive. I see motivation. And just as important, I see greater Gators. Yes, I know that term is outdated now, but there still is a lot of value in being a person of good character, respect, and dignity. I have also tried to expose you to the beauty around you. Our school is unique, and our #OneSwamp mentality may have had a smaller impact this year due to the fact many of your classmates stayed virtual, but we still continued the mission of bringing equity and equality to the swamp. Just take a look around you. We sure are a good-looking group of graduates. And lastly, as I try to inspire you today, as Ryland told me to do, I want to take a different reflection on our journey. I believe there are two things that truly make this class and experience different from all others in history. Both of these things have played a role in you sitting here today and will play a bigger role in your success going forward. The first is accountability. This will be a buzzword in the swamp for years to come. Yes, I know it's not a new term or phenomenon, but this year, without it, you wouldn't be sitting here. With 80% of the senior class taking the virtual option this year, you provided most of the accountability. You didn't have your teachers, your friends, your principal, or even Mr. McAdoo telling you to chop, chop, and get to class. Although you could be absent from the class with a click of a mouse, you stuck it out, or at least that's what the icon on your screen represented. This is a whole new responsibility that only existed this year. And if you really think about it, this was great training for next year when you create your own routines, your own schedule, and plans, all on the way to your next goal. So there was some positive created out of this pandemic school experience. However, you must be prepared to go back to sitting in classrooms and putting in that pre-COVID approach to success. After all, you can't look up answers to win the championship, you can't take days off to win titles, and you sure can't get someone else to be you. The real world is going to require that you put in the work. And if you want the big reward in life, you will need to put in the time and effort. After all, this reward today took 13 years to obtain it, but it sure is worth it. The second point I want to talk about is why we're all sitting here in this large group setting. Just as we are all spaced about 6 feet apart, and your family is sitting in the other room in groups of 2, I believe we chose to gather together today for several reasons. First, it's graduation, and it's really important. Second, it's graduation, and it's really important. But just as important, I believe you saw the need for celebration and the importance of human interaction. After all, it's not fun to celebrate by yourself or sometimes just with a few people, and I think the class of 2020 would tell you that. Seeing your picture pop up on the screen for 3 seconds is not anyone's idea of a celebration, but that's in the past now. You see, in society, we like parties. We like big parties. We just love being around other people who are invited together for the same reason. This is why prom, grad bash, school trips, sporting events are also important to the school experience. And when they were canceled, it left a void that could not be replaced. Even though today is modified to fit the current guidelines, it still feels kind of like normal. We need to safely have more of these large social gatherings. It just validates our purpose and existence and reestablishes our place in this ever-changing world. In closing, I started my journey to this stage almost 30 years ago. I had no idea that a high school diploma could provide so many opportunities. Being the first and only college graduate in my house, I used my diploma for something different than my siblings. Today, that may be you. Just remember that almost every success story in our society started with a high school diploma. And even more good news, a few of the most successful ones were not even great students, and I think I might have fit that category. You see, all you need is a little bit of personal accountability, some motivation, maybe some luck, and the ability to interact respectfully and intelligently. Life isn't as complicated as we make it at times. To those going off to college, enjoying 4 more years of less accountability and more enjoyability. Study often and remember to enjoy it responsibly. For those going to the military, I thank you in advance for your service. We need more great people who are willing to put others first. For those going into trades, we need you. There is a growing demand for your expertise, and I may be calling you real soon to do what I can't. And for those who are just heading off to work, use your knowledge and diploma to climb through the ranks. A great life can be obtained through a high school diploma in the workforce. Class of 2021, I want to thank you for a year full of great memories, accolades, and experiences. Who would have thought that in the COVID year we would have accomplished so much? It's my hope and desire that you go off and do great things, be the best version of yourself, and we will be forever proud of you of the swamp. Congratulations, class of 21. You made it. So I've talked about the swamp, but this next student does more than I ever could at her age. Not just for the swamp, but for our beaches too. She is the founder of the Ocean Conservation Club and has volunteered at Loggerhead Marine Life Center to clean up our beaches and keep marine life safe. This love for her environment extends to our fellow students as well, and she is a member of our outstanding medical magnet program. She serves as the Health Occupation Students of America treasurer and Science National Honor Society president. She has done all this while being a member of National Honor Society, varsity lacrosse athlete, and working 2 jobs. She has also received her ACE diploma with merit and will be majoring in microbiology and cell science at the University of Florida in the fall on a full scholarship. With a 4.0 GPA and a 5.2 weighted HPA, please welcome your Palm Beach Gardens High School class of 2021 salutatorian, Kayla Markovitz.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone who has come today to support these amazing seniors. To the astounding friends, family, and school educators who have molded us into the humans we are today, I thank you. I'd especially like to thank the teachers who have remained optimistic, caring, and thoughtful during these times, teaching the blank screens on Google Meets, keeping all of us motivated, and trying their absolute best to make sure we achieve success. Lastly, I'd like to thank my father for pushing me to be the best version of myself every day and for supporting me no matter what. I am honored to be speaking to you all, yet quite nervous on such a special day. A day I thought would never come after this year of such unprecedented circumstances. When I first entered the Jurassic gates of the swamp, I never thought for a second that today would look like this. Socially distanced, masks, coronavirus, terms I would have questioned entirely when I began here. As I pondered what to talk about during this speech, I thought over and over again about what I could possibly say without putting everyone to sleep, ironically how I spent most of my school year. We did it, graduates. It is not pure luck that brought us together today. It is the compilation of our hard work, dedication, and unwavering commitment to our education that have allowed us to earn this diploma. Palm Beach Gardens High School is not just about education and grades, though. It is a community in which we thrive, our interests getting to be pursued. Sports, magnet programs, clubs, societies, and everything else this school has to offer has allowed us to create permanent friendships and memories. I know that this school's medical program has changed my life and sparked my passion to help others even more. Some of my favorite memories from my 4 years here were spent outside the classroom. Winning regionals with my hosted team, cleaning the beaches with my friends, winning those late night games at the stadium, Palm Beach Gardens High School has provided all of us with lasting academic tools, friendships, and memories which we will treasure forever. We are ending the most significant chapter of our lives thus far. Our most dramatic, tear-jerking, happiest years were spent in this school. However, this is not a somber end to our years spent in high school. This is a celebration to the beginning of what we can bring to the world as individuals. This is a major step into the journey of our lives, and everyone here today should be recognized for its immense significance. A high school diploma is not just a piece of paper with our names written on it, but a key of opportunity to launch us into the world, whether it be university, a job, the Army. This diploma is a fundamental component to our success, and we all earned it. When I look back and remember my time at Gardens, academic lessons are not the first thing that comes to mind, nor what I will tell my grandkids about. What I will tell them about are the people who changed our lives, the people that made us laugh, cry, scream, smile, the teachers that helped us when no one else would, and the coaches that turned us into the best athletes we could be. If you are like me, you all may ponder sometimes of the oblivion of the world and how a speck like you could make change. Today marks the beginning of the rest of our lives. This diploma is just the start, and it will launch you into pursuing your wildest, most passionate dreams, allowing you to make a dent in this oblivion of change and difference in the world. Like Steve Jobs once said, because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. We are all going to leave and do great things. Whether you become a doctor, a teacher, a filmmaker, you are all going to make a difference in someone's life, just like how this school made a difference in ours. Congratulations, class of 2021. Gardens High School is like no other, and I wouldn't have changed it for a thing.
Our next speaker has consistently gone above and beyond during her time at Palm Beach Gardens High School. She has served as a role model in the classroom and on the court. A 4-year varsity member of our volleyball team and a 7-year club member, she has helped lead the Swamp to the FHSAA Volleyball State Championship 3 times. This student athlete is also a National Honor Society member, serves as a Math Honor Society treasurer, and regularly volunteers at Feed the Hungry Pantry, Palm Beach County. This well-rounded student has excelled academically with a 35 on her ACT and is finishing school with a perfect 4.0 GPA and a 5.44 HPA. This has earned her the top spot of her class. She will be continuing her education at the University of Miami with a major in aerospace engineering as a recipient of the full tuition Isaac Bashevis Singer Scholarship. It's my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of Palm Beach Gardens High School, class of 2021, Kayla Thompson.
Good afternoon, teachers, families, friends in the class of 2021. Today we end our high school journey and officially take our first steps into the real world. I hope we can all look back at our 4 years in the Swamp with some fond memories of friends, athletics, field trips, or even special chats with our teachers and mentors. Of course, some of my favorite moments were spent on the volleyball court attempting to reach the state championship, as well as Mr. Edwards' field trips to SeaWorld. But amidst the fun times, before COVID, we also faced various challenges along the way. We were forced to learn new technology and adapt to distance learning, but we succeeded. We played sports with no fans, but we succeeded. Each and every one of us have worked hard to earn our diplomas today, and we succeeded. First, I would like to thank the teachers who, under no easy circumstances, took on the challenge of distance learning and taught our classes to the best of their ability. I know how hard it is to pay attention in a virtual class, and I can't imagine how difficult it must be to teach one. I appreciate all the effort you put into keeping us engaged and helping us succeed. I would also like to thank my parents who pushed me to be the best version of myself each day, who taught me that hard work will lead to success. But what is the definition of success? As we stand here on the threshold of tomorrow, looking out towards our futures, when we are no longer defined as being a high school student, what will we be? As children, many of us dreamed of being astronauts, doctors, soldiers, people who are larger than life, who seem to know everything and be able to change the world. Our dreams were big. After so many years of school, the last year of it through a pandemic, our experiences have shaped us, changed us, helped us see who we might become in this new age. I have spent time pondering what the future holds and what success will look like for me, for I realize that there is no one version of success. No two people will accomplish the same things, create the same footprint in the world, touch the same lives in quite the same way. We are all unique, and so our ideas of what success looks like will be unique as well. One thing I do know, we are, each and every one of us, capable of making a difference in the world. We have lived through so much adversity to be sitting here today, unrest of all kinds, from violence to politics to poverty to the pandemic. But this tells us that we have been forged in fire, and everyone knows the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fires. I know that we go forth from this day ready to face whatever challenges await us, and that we will rise to that challenge, conquer our fears, and make our mark on this world. For in the words of C.S. Lewis, there are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. Let's make it our destiny to leave this world better than we found it, to give back and be kind. Go forth, graduates. Now it's your time to succeed.
It is now my sincere pleasure to introduce our class president, Elena Affolder, an outstanding individual who, over her high school career, has taken advantage of every opportunity presented to her. I polled her classmates, and the response was all accolades, that she was a leader, intelligent, driven, positive, friendly. It goes on and on. I'm going to cut it off there. Her teachers pointed to her role as student body president, chairperson of the Sports Management Magnet Artie Falk Golf Classic, recipient of the internationally recognized Cambridge Scholar Award, or the fact that she has been class president all 4 years. When I asked her, she much more humbly recognized her incredible service record, exemplary academic career, history as a varsity soccer athlete, and caffeine addiction. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome a student who truly embodies the phrase Greater Gator, your senior class president, Elena Affolder.
Thank you, Rylan. Good afternoon, parents, relatives, teachers, the class of 2021. The reason we are all here today is not only to wish farewell to our fellow Palm Beach Gardens High School graduates, but to congratulate them on their innumerable accomplishments. In the case that I never had the pleasure of meeting you, hi, my name is Elena Affolder, class and student body president. Yes, that was me, the girl constantly nagging you about school events, the importance of community service, and homecoming week, because where's the fun without it? I've held this position for the past 4 years and could not be happier or more nervous to be speaking here in front of you all today. It has truly been an honor to preside over such an accomplished class. Our high school story began with a rained-on parade and rumors about a pool on the roof. Freshman year was one of making mistakes and lessons learned. The following year, we were able to shake off that freshman stigma and establish ourselves as the sophomores that beat the seniors in not only 1, but 2 class competitions. How's that for a comeback? This was also the year we collectively raised over $42,000 for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital Shands and for cancer research. Next thing we knew, junior year was here, the one everyone dreads. Grades must be in tip-top shape in preparation for college. Our boys' powder puff cheerleaders sure did leave their mark on the field and at the pep rally with their blue wigs, their tutus, and their oh-so-graceful tumbling. To top the year off, one of our fellow classmates was nationally recognized when he landed the title of Future Business Leaders of America State President. Our class's academic and community involvement was emphasized when a number of students from our class were inducted into the National Honor Society. What a bunch of overachievers. Then came 2020, and we all know what that means. Catch a glimpse of the news recently? Oh, they're just talking about that virus again, no worries. Next thing we know, our world was turned upside down. Instead of shopping for dresses and tuxedos at the mall, we're diving headfirst for toilet paper and cleaning supplies in the local groceries with masked faces and gloved hands. Celebrating birthdays from the car, no longer hugging our friends. Welcome to quarantine. Attending school virtually was our new reality. We shifted from a 3-dimensional world to a flat 2-dimensional screen. Our world comes to a halt. Amidst this chaos, friends were there for each other and staff demonstrated support. And though COVID has not been eradicated, we endured. Finally, happy senior year. Schedule your senior pictures, log into your classes, and turn your cameras on, or not. We've now gone from smiling faces to circles on a screen, and slowly we've had the option of returning to school. Though a unique senior year, we continue to strive for academic excellence, committed to major universities, earned top-notch scholarships, AP credits, ACE diplomas, our athletes committed to their dream universities, bringing home trophies, medals, and ranking top in the nation. Until the very end, our bleachers were filled to capacity. Even our clubs pushed through, hosting Spirit Weeks, community outreach events, and impactful fundraisers. We persevered. Screaming from the top of our lungs at a football game, twinning with our best friends, campaigning for homecoming king and queen is all being left behind us today to welcome the excitement that is our future. It would be wrong not to thank those who've gotten us here, those inspiring and motivating figures hidden behind the scenes of our diplomas today. Thank you to our teachers that taught us that learning through a pandemic is not impossible. Thank you to our administration, our guidance counselors who believed and pushed us to persevere. To the lunch ladies, the janitorial staff, the entirety of the faculty at Palm Beach Gardens High School for seeing us through. And to the greatest gator, Dr. Hoffman, a passionate man who greeted every student morning after morning next to his signature location, the flagpole. However, my sincerest thank you goes to the individual that has driven this class to success during our journey, picked us up when we were down, offered her constant support despite our hectic lives. Your commitment was truly unmatched. Thank you, Ms. McClary. And to my mom, I took advantage of every opportunity in my path because you gave me the confidence to do so. Your loving words and your unconditional love gave me the security to know that I could accomplish anything. Think about those friends, parents, guardians, and loved ones who have helped you get here today. We are ready to receive our diplomas because of their love and gracious guidance. To all of you here or watching from home, we cannot thank you enough. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, our very survival depends on our ability to stay awake, to adjust to new ideas, and to remain vigilant and face the challenge of change. In the face of adversity, we demonstrated resilience. We learned to embrace the ever-changing world around us. I hope that you find happiness and success. We are the notorious pandemic-stricken class. We are the class of 2021. Congratulations.
The time has finally come to us to formally present our seniors their diplomas. The personal pride you have in your graduate success can be best demonstrated through the respect for each graduate. Thank you, everyone, for your cooperation in preserving the integrity and dignity of this ceremony. Dr. Fenoy and distinguished platform guests, the students assembled before you this afternoon have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Florida, the School District of Palm Beach County, and Palm Beach Gardens High School. It's my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2021.
Kayla Thompson. Kaylee Bear Markovitz. Elena Affolder. Isabella Barrera. Rylan Francisco Gonzalez. Alexandra Selena Angelis. Dejana Mays. Trinity Hoyt. Julia Podrachik. Eileen Barrios. Leah Castellano. Ruth Eden Sermesy. Danielle Chadwick. Madison Lynn Church. Madison Dunham. Emma Ford. Kylie Ferrero. Sydney Geller. Kina Grilliot. Hadley Hines. Joseph Karsh. Nala Camille LaRose. Jocelyn LeBlanc Marinier. Kayla Rose McFarland. Andronique McCain. Jasmine McKenzie. Dylan Edward Murray. Madison Ostort. Monica Pierre. Jonathan Tucker Roser. Riley Schaefer, Sebastian Kyle Smith, Robin Thomas, Thao Tran, Joshua Vogel, Natasha Starcher, Bonnie Tate, Ashley Antoine, Ryan Arbid, Mahi Burrow, Amber Baston, Aksa Batul, Judine Marcel Billy, Jack Everett Bishop, Aries Bones, Aiden Boyce, Ryan Boyce, Danielle Brizak, Isaiah Matthew Swayze, Brianna Brown, Riley Burns, Felicia Campbell, Alexander Jordan Carlson, Kelly Chung, Jack Collins, Sade Clark, Flavia Cordoba, Cassandra Sophia Corinella, John Zubko, Danielle Deaton, Francesca Del Guzzi, Chase Dixon, Kenneth Dew, Joseph Igito, Lashana Genestot, William George, Hannah Grilliot, Damaya Alondra Harris, Farhana Hussain, Kityaika Jean, Yolanda Jean-Baptiste, Anaya Johnson, Ajwa Juliker, Kayla Ashari Joseph, Sydney Kashuba, Jason Christian, Andre Curry, Isabella Leventhal, Joshua Meismer McNeil, Bahara Mamutovic, Kenner Mendez Perez, Tyler Mistretta, Tobin Trent Moran, Kaylee Nelson, Misamar Paul, Ravi Pertap, Angelina Puramal, Destiny Roberts, Aileen Celeste Ribeiro Ortiz, Roberta Sheila Stanville, Ivmeka Paul, Tamara Tanisha Stewart, Ridgewana Vincent, Malika Watts, Affinity Williams, Gabrielle Williams, Amber Caitlin Wilson, Leandre O. Wyatt, Aye Abukawad, Carlos Alaman Oriano, Reina K. Alfonso, Robert Alisa, Brianna Nicole Allen, Rylan Almonte, Diego Armando Alvarez Ramas, Carla Aliyah Anderson, JaQuentin J. Anderson, Jermaine Anderson, Kanisha Anderson, Sabak Andrasi, Winnie Antoine, Connor Archer, Dashna Lemure Arundel, Esther D. Aristide, Frederick Aristide, Yudlin Attilus, Woodson L. Augustav, Starlene Augustin, Wilson Amilcar Avila Bayton, Ronaldine Bain, Carrie S. Baldwin Jackson, Saya Baldwin Jackson, Megan Ball, Cameron Barnett, Brooke Barnard, Christopher Baptiste, Kahim Ann Barrett, Daquante Bastian, Lexi Star Bivjimis, Trayvon Bentley, Darcent Biene, Sarai Black, Janaya Blades, Anelda Blanc, Akiria Blonson, Joseph Titus Booth, Noah Michael Boron, Tiara Haley Bowling, Shamir Brandt, Akelia Ann Briscoe, Quelia Brooms, Antonio Brown, Crystal Brown, Jamari Brown, Nijay Brown, Orion A. Brown, Matthew Clemente Berger, Joel Burgess, Angelis Burgos Nunez, Gania Bush, Jayla Butler, Logan Butler, Aisha Octavia Bird, Richard Cajus, Kevin Brian Kalel Hernandez, Telvin L. Calloway, Dayton Carey, Jada V. Karn, Calvin Carrington, Gavin Carroll, Nicole Citedo Lopez, Bertrand Senelian, Danielia Chamuchombi, Devin Chapman, Alexander Charles, Brianna Daniela Charles, Bryce Anthony Charles, Examen Charles, Gabriella Charles, Osway Charles, Naika Charles, Rick Charles, Zamaria P. Charles, Hannah Chapman, Willenska Cherry, Nancy M. Chevalon, Alejandra Estefani Chan Morales, Brandon S. Claros, Chelsea Kayla Claremont, Shelby Claremont, Malik Kokomo, Kayla Coffey, Lee Cole, Shakiria Alexis Coleman, Christopher Cooper, Zan Cooper Smith, Jerry Cormier, Camilla Correa, Dylan Anthony Correa, LaQuavius Terrell Council, Randall J. Craven, Rashard Curry, Jandai Daly, Wycliffe Surreal, Billy Cunningham, Sanaya Kitling Cunningham, Kashana Daly, Jamari Deriso, Chelsea Davis, Keaton Davis, Maxim Davis, Olivia R. Davis, Tamaya Davis, Xavion C. Davis, Ayana Maria de la Cruz, Iverkefi Decatur Bordes, Sydney Dominic Dempsey, Bruno J. Deralis, Mustafar Daiti, Erica Geresteel, Amaya L. Dixon, Omar R. Decour, Rashida Dunbar, Savannah Dunn, Michaela Durant, Dean Edinger, Daniel Edwards, Kevin Elliott, Mark Emilian, Jimena Enamorado, Cooper Carl Engel, Maxwell Hugh Engel, Calandra English, Jada Epps, Dylan Erickson, Ingrid Emily Escalante, Ryan Escobar, Lyric Lee Espinoza, Dahana Etienne, Stephen David Evans, Franz F. Fabian, Michael C. Fakin, Cody William Fedarko, Jerry Felix, Dylan Fenwick, Kayla T. Filer, Tierra Filer, Aaron E. Fink, Marvin Florigen, Estevan Flores, Jack Foley, Cameron Arthur Fraser, Philip Francois, Samantha S. Franker, Vanessa Garde, Catherine A. Garcia Ruiz, Tori Tavera Gardner, Roosevelt Gardner, Jordan Garland, Robson Gede, Leah Gideon, Liddy Jeffrard, Tyrese George, Juvelin Jeffers, Skylar Claire Gazalia, Amari Gibson, Clarine Gilmore, Matthew Goldberg, Mark Gomez, Johanna Jessica Gomez Mejia, Frank Gonzalez, Yilsa Delfina Gonzalez Lunasco, Dashawn Dari Goods, Kayla Gordon, James Graham, Dewan Gray, Edward Green, Devere Griffin, Jaden Navasky Griffiths, Baron Van Groff, Mia Guillen, Estaville Demi Gutierrez, Amari Hall, Haley Hall, Javon Harper, Nia Rochelle Harrell, Brooklyn Jade Harris, Shania Harris, Talisha Harris, Abigail Harrison, Brianna Hart, Patrick Gerard Huck, Hannah Marie Hawthorne Charles, Nashania Hendricks, Kanate Hendricks, Christian Heredia, Yadel O. Hernandez, Ariel Hernandez Gomez, Ayana Hicks, Victor Higashi, Delronda Hill, Jacoby Tyree Hines, David Owens, Tiana Hollis, Ashleen Honora, Lamaria Howard, Jaden Marie Huff, Andrew Liam Hutt, Emerson McKee Eisenhower, Mina Jean. Figaro Irono. Kiana Michelle Ivory. Keandre A. Jackson. Simone Jackson. Tiandra Nicole Jackson. Trinity Jackson. Lygia Taina Jacquette. Maria James. Rebecca E. Jean. Kesney Jean-Baptiste. Naomi Jean-Francois. Karina Jean-Louis. Randy E. Jean-Paul. Jasmine J. Jerry. Gabrielle Victor Hakim. Katoria M. Johnson. Selena L. Johnson. Charles S. Johnson. Lancaria A. Johnson. Peter M. Jolivier. Gabriella Bell Jones. Jaden T. Jones. Keziah Jones. Sharisa Jones. Tabitha Jordan. Ludidana Joseph. Mervencia Joseph. Brian Josil. Omarian Judah. Reginald Julian. Juana Juste. Nicholas Carlson. James Kelly. Arkavian Kennedy. Melissa S. Kahn. Stephen Joseph Kiyanka. Wachovia K. Lanier. Han Lee. Veronica Ledford. Caden Leggett. Larry Dante Leggett. Sophia L. Leventhal. Tanaya Lewis. Tatiana Janelle Lewis. Javier Leva. Elena Maxine Lightburn. Jessica Limon Heredia. Akeem R. Logan. Ender Lopez. Rosalinda Maribel Lopez. Jacqueline Lopez Hernandez. Elizabeth Lopez Perez. Hunter Lott. Amanda Melissa Rissant. Dion Lucian. Trong Lee. Justin Michael Lysette. Leslie Macedo. Carl Major. Josephine Elizabeth Menko. Marcelo Moran. David Martinez. Abnella Lee Marzan Ocasio. Shamorni Tyrese McFarland. Kiera L. McGee. Damali McIntyre. Riley Tara McMahon. Justice Mendez. Luis Alberto Mercado III. Gabrielle Roseanne Merchant. LaSharma Lubin. Losue Metayer. Kevin Snell Metayer. Shadrach Draco Metayer. Corel C. Mitchell. Michael Million. Brianna Miller. Lauren S. Miller. Madison H. Miller. Pidge Lynn Miller. Isaiah Mims. Charles Missick. Donna Molina Rios. Brandon Sky Montaigne. Jennifer Montes. Scotiana Aliyah Montgomery. Glory Mariah Moore. Mia Moore. Skylin Moore. Yoribet Morales Perez, Jaden LaJoie Morris, Jaheim Morris, Raheem Morris, Christian A. Mortensen, Alexandria Mosley, Lyndon Moss, Jonice Christine Murphy, Avian Napier, Jackie Napoleon, Nilson Napoleon, Guadalupe Navarrete, David Cameron Negron, Michaela Nesbitt, Austin Nguyen, Hannah Nguyen, Julie Nguyen, Tai Nguyen, Aiden Shanese Nixon, Karan Nixon Wenz, Jus Loveska Nogesi, Christopher Joris Northern, Natalia Navoa, Michaela B. O'Donnell, Jose Carlos Oliva, Jose G. Oliveros, Treasure Omowilla, Elijah Ortiz, Romain Mohammed Qatar, Alexander Tadeo Padron, Jessica Padron, Dohas E. Passe, Raleigh Evan Patrick, Taria S. Patrick, Skylar Lene Patton, Victoria Pert, Neil Jerome Penny Stewart, Andrenis Perez, Cesar Antonio Perez, Anisha Perez, Mariela Perez, Noleli Perez, Lisbeth Moleni Perez Ramirez, Cindy Isabel Perez Ayala, Giovante L. Perron, Whistler Philip, Alan Pierre, Viken Pierre, Walter A. Pierre, Sasha Pierre-Louis, Jemiah S. Popolut, Solomon Powell, Tristan Zachary Powell, Blair Presley, Dominic Presto, Eddie Previsnor, Jessica Price, Donald Purbaugh, Zoe Quick, Nelson Ramirez Chalel, Amilcar Ramirez Lucas, Tyler John Raff, Travis Liddell Ratliff, Betsy Ravello, Kiara Redwood, David Rezepi, Marcus E. Reed, Jeremiah Reese, Axel Mauricio Reyes Rivera, Kevin Ricardo Navarrete, Jamari Richards, Mateo San Gregorio, Sienna Courtney Richards, Tanyan M. Richardson, Brendan Elijah Robinson, Tirani Robinson, Brisley Robrero Gomez, Aaron Rodriguez, Connor Rogers, Rachel Rogers, Justin Rowe, Jordan Thomas Ross, Jordan Roy, Thamaya Russell, Kendrick Ryan, Merrick Lillian Ryan, Kelly St. Elias, Anicia St. Louis, Darlene St. Louis, Kenesha St. Ville, Jermaine Sampson, Johnny Segan Samuel, Sykeria Sanders, Brandon Sandiego, Adolfo Gustavo Sandoval Ramirez, Margaret Tina Sanin, Brianna Scales, Luke Shumati, Joshua T. Scott, Reagan Scott, Trenton J. Seipel, Olivia Ray Seminara, Zalanda Sena, Adrian Serrano, Aria Shah, Patrice Ann Sharp, Jamila Shihada, Ross Simmons, Monique M. Sinclair, Yamina Leila Singletary, Azaria Shanice Smith, Rochelle Smith, Nicole Smolin, Kayla Jasmine Sante Ponte, Kiana South Amavong, Casey Stimson, Carice Kiana Rainey Stephenson, Kitlin Steele, Noah Staley, John Michael Sapadora, Noah Sarah Brower, Jari Zaven Sumners, Cole Sumner, Shardley Silney, Alisa Rose Talile, Shania Talley, Alexis Marie Taylor, Janiyah Taylor, Joshua P. Thomas, Paul Thomas, Frederick L. Tillman, Sandra Torres, Kevin Nathaniel Towns, James T. Tran, Toan Tran, V. Tran, Tiandra Treasure, Hennessy Nayeli Vasquez, Madison Ray Vasquez, Chelsea Vi, Leonville Velasquez, Dante Turner, Johnny Trong, Jacob Trujillo, Jeremy Tribble, Andre Vasilati, Lyric Deshaun Trice, Jamie Velasquez, Oscar Velasquez, Joel Vera, John Vera, Curly Vincent, Taylor Ann Marie Walker, Sharanda R. Walters, Khalid Quavon Ward, Carrie A. Ward, Jarrell A. Washington, Trinity Wells, Rihanna A. White, Armani Wilbright, Julius Williams, Kitiana Reese Williams, Prentice J. Williams, Kimani Willie, Deja Natasha Willis, Tristan Willis, Marquel Wilson, Wendell Wayland Wilson, DeQuavius Wilson Moore, DeAndre Drummond, to Nigel Wynn, Tiandre Arnes Witherspoon, Luana Gabriela Yepes Santos, Jose H. Zamora, Frisnel Zetren, Antonia Banyard, Lucaria Shelton, Delang Valle. The following students were not able to join us at this ceremony today: Harrison Hutchins, Hillary Daniela Mauser, Samuel Michael Chamberlain, Santos Esmeralda Cruz, Rudolph Dawes, Macy Elizabeth Field, Savannah Grace Fleming, Ashton Gardner, Mitchell Grenier, Leroy L. Hunter, Naya C. Hunter, James Jean, Bogdan Leone, Erin Grace Masuka, Ellison Meneses, Aiden Miola, Jenna R. Mignacca, Emily Angela Mino, Dwight Anthony Montague, Josie Leanne Muldrow, Luis Eduardo Parra, Taekwon Patrick, Ava C. Place, Kenzie Natalia Sanabria, Micah Sledge, Natina Smith, Yaro Dominic Stagliano, Jeremiah Monroe Alexander, Caddy M. Bush. Thank you.
At this time, it's my pleasure to present Palm Beach Gardens High School Class of 2021. Here is your class president and master of ceremony to lead you in the ceremonial turning of tassel.
As individuals of the class of 2021, many of you will go on to be Panthers, Owls, Bulls, Knights, Hurricanes, Seminoles, or Northeastern University Huskies. But for those of you that elect to go directly into the workforce or military, and for everyone else, you will always be Gators. Class of 2021, please stand. The die has been cast. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in recognizing our graduates.
Graduates, you may now turn your tassels.
Please be seated. Congratulations, class of 2021. This concludes the commencement ceremony of Palm Beach Gardens High School. Parents, you'll be able to reconnect with your graduate at the entrance of the Expo Center following our postgraduate procedures. I want to thank everyone for coming out today and taking part of this joyous and most memorable occasion. Enjoy the rest of your day and be safe.